Hi gardener friends, welcome to the channel. I'm Era and this is Gardening on Purpose. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're a subscriber, welcome back. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. I garden in Georgia, Zone 8A. I'm at Home Depot. It's the second week in April and I'm checking out their newest plant inventory. So because there's so much, guys, I'm going to break this video up into just the perennials, another video just annuals, and another video shrubs and trees. First up, they have a lot of salvias. This particular one here is the Rose Marvel Salvia. Rose Marvel Salvia is going to be $9.98. It is a perennial and it grows up to 12 inches tall. Guys, I have this one in my yard and it does really, really well. Next up, they have Oriental lilies. This one here is the Sunny Martinique. These are Oriental, so they do have a fragrance compared to the Asiatics that bloom earlier and don't have a fragrance. Next to that, they have the Floral Hydrangea, guys. They have a lot of those in the white pot. It's actually in a black pot, but then they put it in another pot and charge $34.98. These guys here are part sun. For me, these will definitely go in the shade. We get too hot and we get too humid for these to be in even the part sun. Right next to that one, we have freesia. I've seen the bulbs for these over the years, but I never buy them. This guy here is the Nano Verona freesia, $9.98, full sun perennial. They've got peony. This beauty here is the crinkle white peony, $19.98. Blooms to the midsummer and grows up to 3 feet tall. This beauty here is actually in bloom, so you can see what you're getting, and it is really, really nice. They've still got violas because we here in Zone 8A, Georgia, we can still have violas because they won't bloom, they won't burn out until around Memorial Day. So if if you're in the south, that they will look really, really nice up until May, and then they start getting leggy, they start reaching, and they burn out because they just don't like the heat, but they're still here for $9.98. Right next to that, they have Asiatic lilies. This particular one here is the LA hybrid lily, guys. This is this beauty right here. It is not in bloom yet, but it's almost getting ready to pop. Here it is right here, $16.98, guys. $16.98, and it's also because it is in this pot, and of course there's another black pot in there. Moving on, we have this beauty here, which is a really, really nice color. This one here is Tiny Lion. Tiny Lion is from the Vigoro brand. This is going to be $9.98. And this really nice pink one here is called the Perfect Joy. Really, really like the Asiatics because they bloom earlier. They are just as beautiful as the Orientals. The only thing is that they do not have a fragrance. They are very hardy. They can even freeze and come back reliably for you in the garden. Got lavender. Now you guys know lavender does not do well in my yard, but it is a full sun plant. It's a perennial that is $9.98, hardy to -10. This is what it looks like. They've also got spiderwort. This one here is spiderwort, also known as Tradescantia. This is a sunshine charm, guys. This is looks like it's going to be a shade plant, or it can take shade or sun. Oh, that's interesting. This beauty here is a perennial, and I see it all the time, but I never buy it. Let me know if you do. It looks like it actually has this really nice blue blooms, but it's not open yet. Let me know what you think about these, and if you have these in your yard. They have these drop and decorate containers. Like if you don't feel like digging in the ground or digging up into the dirt, all you have to do is drop this in your nicer container for the front of your house, your patio, wherever that you put your planters. Now they have one that's called drop and decorate, but they also have the ready fill. It's a different version. The ready fill, this is the answer to ready fill. Drop and decorate, $19.98, guys, and it's all types of sedums in here. Of course, it's a sedum, which means you don't want it to stay wet. You definitely want it to give full sun. They've got ice plant. This beauty here is the Ocean Sunset ice plant. Let me try to get a good view of it here. Ocean Sunset Orange Vibe, $9.98. This is a ground cover and does really, really well in our weather. Now I see another store has the purpley pink. This one is more of an orange. These guys are going to be full sun, and definitely if you're looking for something on a hillside or on a slope or something that you're needing a ground cover, this is a good one. And then right next to that, we have coral bells, also known as hookeras. These beauties here of Rigoro, which means they're going to be $5.98, guys. This one is the Carnival Burgundy Blast. These guys here do well for us. The only thing is you really have to make sure you amend the soil because they will climb out of that clay. They don't like clay. So I have to amend and amend and amend with my soil, my pine bark soil conditioner, and they do well in my yard. So here's one variety here. Here's another one here, which is the Dolce Wildberry. They've got a astilbe. This beauty here is $9.98, guys. This is a astilbe, also known as fall spirea. This is a shade plant that you want to keep moist. This beauty here actually just broke ground in my yard. I don't remember what variety I have, but this one is the Unique White. Unique White. It is all butted up, guys, for their shade. Next to that, we have the Cat's Pajamas Nepeta, which I got for $3, guys. The other day, they had a markdown, and these were $3, and I grabbed like 10 of them, and they still have more. So from $8 to $3, that's a big deal. These guys here do really, really well in my garden. They bring in the pollinators. They stay semi-evergreen, actually, for me, and the mound grows bigger and bigger every year. So I have the pajamas and I have the meow. They've got lemongrass. This guy here is a full sun plant, guys. This is what it looks like. And this beauty here is $9.98 and only hardy to 30 degrees. More salvia. This one here is the Apex Blue salvia, guys. $7.98. I have the Apex Pink in my garden, and they do absolutely amazing. Come back reliable for me every single year. Right next to that, they have the Lithidora. This is a perennial that blooms in the spring into late spring, like early spring into late spring. What I like about these is that they are low growing, and of course, they have blue flowers. There's not a lot of blue flowers out here, so I get excited when I see plants with blue flowers. I wish this was on sale because I definitely need the ground cover with a different type of color. But let me know if you have Lithidora in your garden and how it does. Next to that one, we have Tickseed. Right, this is Tickseed, Coreopsis, guys. This is Nana. Now, the other day I bought it from another store, 3 for $10 actually. This one here is Full Sun, $7.98. It's a perennial. What I like about Coreopsis or Tickseed is that this guy will bloom all the way down to a hard frost. Even when we get some sort of a cold in October, this guy will still be blooming late October into November if you trim it back and if you deadhead it. Really, really like this. And of course, it has this really nice orangey yellow. They've got pincushion flower, also known as scabiosa, guys. This is butterfly blue, which I have in my garden and does amazingly well. It brings in the pollinators and it has this really nice flower right here. It's not the prettiest thing when it needs to be deadheaded, but if you stay on top of the deadheading, it definitely will look nice. Full sun plant, $7.98 here at Home Depot. We've got a ground cover stone crop, guys. This beauty here is a perennial. It's called Coral Reef. $7.98 Coral Reef. This is what it looks like. Really a big fan of any type of sedum, guys. They do absolutely amazing in the clay. And of course, we're dry, we're humid, so they do really, really well. Right next to that one, we have Geum. I have Geum in my garden. This beauty here is the Mrs. Bradshaw. Mrs. Bradshaw is hardy to -20, grows up to from 16 to 24 inches tall, guys. And this is what the blooms look like. Mine are in full bloom. I got mine from the folks at Growers Outlet, and these guys look really, really nice. Definitely do not want to stay wet, but moist. Even more of the dianthus. There's one thing with these stores, guys. They have a lot of dianthus. Now, this beauty here is from the folks of Southern Living Plant Collection, guys. This one is... Let's see what it's called, because I can't read that marker right there. Colourpop. Colourpop dianthus from the folks of Southern Living Plant Collection. And then they have more of the corbels. This beauty here is the pumpkin spice. Interesting to see pumpkin spice here in April, but here it is, guys. It is a beauty. And what is the cost? It's going to be a whole $10, guys. Pretty much $9.98. Really nice, I think, for a fall basket. This beauty here I have, this is Pink Fizz, I think. Let's see. Yes, pink fizz. I have this guy, even though the foliage is this color here, but the flowers are real nice, pink and fizzy. Have this in my garden. Got this as a clearance plant last year, 2 years ago actually, and it does absolutely amazing. Right next to that is Verbena. Now I've been waiting for them to have Verbena, but I don't want the trailing Verbena. I'm looking for an upright Verbena. Love this guy anyway. I have the Homestead Purple. This one here is the Homestead Pink. This is Homestead Pink, guys. $7.98. Full sun plant. This beauty here will bloom all the way down to Thanksgiving. No joke, guys. It is a trailer. It will be low. You have to trim it back, but it does absolutely amazing, and it actually brings in the butterflies. One thing I would say, I feel like Verbena brings in just as much butterflies or just as many butterflies as the actual butterfly bush. And I've seen it in action. They absolutely love Verbena. So if you're working on the butterfly garden, try use some Verbena. Now they have the Vigoro version of this. What is this? This one is the Endurascape. Endurascape pink bicolor here. This is what it looks like. Really, really nice. Big fan of Verbena. Right next to that, even more of the dianthus. It was one thing with these stores, guys. They always got dianthus. And then right next to that one, they have the phlox, which I absolutely adore. This one here is the Fashionably Early Princess, right? Fashionably Early Princess blooms early to late summer, hardy to -30, has this really nice light lavender purpley blooms. As you can see, everything is kind of in bloom. It's because they're coming out of the greenhouse and they are coming out of where they were pampered and everything, but here they are in the store and looking amazing. Right next to that, guys, they have some lupine or lupin. This beauty here is a short-lived perennial, guys. Maybe even a biennial, they say, according to my reading. This one is staircase orange. It is a beauty. I always see these guys being sold in the seed form, but I'm not a fan of, planting a lot of seeds. And the thing with this guy here is when you plant it by seed, it will definitely not bloom that first year. It will bloom that second year. And because it's short-lived, you might only have it for 2 to 3, the most 5 years. This is why I don't gravitate too much towards lupin. But I did see it on the little markdown rack they have over there. So it all depends if I'm going to drop it in my cart. But doesn't it look nice? $19.98, guys, a full sun plant. They also have a lot of calla lilies. I'm a big fan of calla lilies because they do absolutely amazing in my yard. I love this purpley lavendery color here. What really, really nice. Let's see what it's called. This one is calla lily Captain Miro or Miro, right? That's this color right here. And then they have the Captain Brunello right here. And this is more of an orangey mango looking color. Really, really nice. And they have another one. Lots of varieties. Captain Cheerio. Captain Cheerio 29. These are all going to be a whole $29.98, guys. So I can just say $30, right? For calla lilies. Now, these guys here, I believe they are hardy to zone 8. Let's double check because I know some calla lilies happen to be annuals and some are perennials. Now it's saying late spring to summer blooms and hardy to 10 degrees. So that will probably land me around zone 8, guys. Got the Summer Crush reblooming hydrangeas from the folks at Endless Summer. These are going to be $16.98, guys. Really, really nice. Have this in my yard. I don't manipulate the color or anything. It comes out this red. This beauty here is here every single year. I remember when these guys were $12.98, but as the years have gone by, the prices have definitely gone up. Mine cannot be in the full sun or even part sun. They will burn. And if you put them in part sun, you're going to find yourself it's going to be drooping. You're going to find yourself watering it, right? So just to be safe, I put it in the shade and it blooms just as good. Got my favorite perennial, guys. This is the Autumn Joy sedum that does absolutely amazing in my yard. I have many clumps from a couple of plants that I bought over the years. I have so many all over the yard. They bring in the bees, guys, and the butterflies, especially the swallowtail butterflies. They seem to like them too. This guy is going to be $16.98 and returns for you every single year. Blooms early summer to the fall. Hostas have arrived at Home Depot, guys. They have the first frost. This is going to be $6.98. They also have the So Sweet. I have both of these varieties in my garden. Really, really nice. And these are going to be in a 1.5 quart, guys, for $6.98. Here are the daylilies. Now, they seem to only have the Stella d'Oro, guys, which everybody knows and loves. Stella d'Oro is a full sun daylily, guys. It is very, very hardy and very, very reliable. Blooms early summer into the fall. $7.98, guys, for a 2 quart. They have Lyrope. This one here is the Lyrope muscari. I always buy the muscari because that one is more clumping versus the spicata, which actually is not clumping. This beauty here is really, really nice. $7.98 for the super blue. Even more hostas, guys. They have the elegans. Now they're saying part sun, minor in shade, and they do absolutely amazing, and they bloom in that shade. These guys bloom mid to late summer, and I keep my blooms because the pollinators like the bloom. So they have elegans, and they also have August moon, which I also have in my garden. These are all going to be in a 2 quart, $7.98. One of my favorite sedums is here as well. This is the Angelina. Very, very tough. I leave Angelina out in containers or in the ground, and this thing comes back like it's nothing through all the winter, all the summer, heat, no water, it does not matter. Angelina sedum is great. If you want something for your containers or your hanging baskets, they're great. They also have the Sun Sparkler Dazzleberry. This one got right here. This guy is going to be $5.98, guys. Great perennials. Alright guys, that is pretty much it for the perennials. Please stay tuned for video 2 on shrubs and trees in April. Let me know what you think. Please like, please share, and please subscribe. Remember to hit that notification bell so you can be alerted on all my new videos. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.